The waiver wire is running hot in week 4 as we're trying to find that player to get our teams over the hump, help us win our weeks, and help us get to the fantasy football playoffs where anything can happen. This week is a little bit lighter in the pants on the waiver wire compared to week 3 and week 2. It's a little bit top heavy though. We got some top players that we're looking at. One of them is Devon Achane of the Miami Dolphins. He went off last week, over 50 fantasy points, looks explosive, a rookie who is ready to break out, and he did, and we got to see whether or not this is for the long term. So we're going to go over the news, the facts, and the data in this deep dive today. But what you do need to do is click that subscribe button right now. Get a tap with a finger on your phone, click it with your mouse, whatever you need to do. Stop missing out on these deep dives because we're going heavy into the waiver wire, looking at these prospects, these lesser-known players, and some of these players who just got a change in their role, got traded, or whatever. And we're also helping you set those lineups and win your trades. So hit that button. Stop missing out. Let's take a look at Devon Achane. He was massively productive on Sunday. 233 yards, 4 touchdowns on 22 touches. Saw 41% of the snaps, and that's because he has elite speed. He is a home run hitter, can be used in the passing game, can be used between the tackles, and that is very, very, very promising, especially since he's on the Miami Dolphins. They drafted him in the 3rd round for a reason, because they want elite speed. They want to push the pace. They're a fast break team. They're a full court press offense here. And we saw that on Sunday when they hung 70 on the Denver Broncos. And this team could be dangerous in any given game script. We saw that here with Devon Achane. Perfect fit. And he's going to have a role on this team forever, at least until his rookie contract runs out. Good in redraft, good in dynasty. This is a guy that is going to be a hammer in fantasy for quite a bit, because he's very explosive and he's in the right situation for him. He can be used in the passing game. You can use them in between the tackles a little bit as well. That's an underrated portion of his game because he builds up so much kinetic energy at the point of impact. He can get it done between the tackles when needed, and that's something people don't focus on because he is a very dynamic player. Looking at Sunday's performance, 51 fantasy points, 203 rushing yards, 30 receiving yards, using the passing game. We already covered this, but again, one of the best fantasy performances you'll see all year. And then going back to Texas A&M, his collegiate career, we're going over the numbers. Last year, very productive, over 1,100 yards, 5.6 yards per attempt. After contact, he's solid. 3.93 yards after contact per attempt on his career. 3.6 last year when he got the full workload. 885 rushing yards in 2021 when he was sharing the backfield with Isaiah Spiller. And during that year, everybody was talking up Isaiah Spiller, but Devon Achane was the guy that was very flashy that we were looking at going into the next season. And then he also blows up and does well. And then going to his receiving production, not grandioso, but he's so flashy and so fast that when he gets the ball in open space, he's gone. We saw that numerous times at Texas A&M. 261 receiving yards in 2021, 196 in 2022. Of course, he's good after the catch with 8.2 yards after the catch per reception on his career. And he also is pretty efficient, 1.16 yards per reception, because he can eat up yards after the catch. If he sees space, he's almost as good as gone. He's almost as good as gone because he can outrun damn near everybody that's on the field. Going to the draft profile here. 3rd round pick, 5'9", 188 pounds, a little bit on the smaller side, but we got that elite speed. We got that home run hitting threat that's coming out, and this is what I'm talking about. 99th percentile 40-yard dash time, 4.32. Best comparable to Chris Johnson from back in the day. And that makes sense when you look at the size, you look at the speed. You don't get guys this fast every so often. Great in the passing game. Good target share, 93rd percentile. Dominator rating up there, 91st percentile. So we got great production. We got great athleticism. And then we got the draft capital on top of that. On top of that, we got the Miami Dolphins here. They're running 68 plays per game. And in neutral game script, they're averaging 70 plays per game. One of the top, most explosive offenses in the NFL right now. 21 targets on the season have went to running backs. 5 of them to Achane, 4 of them on Sunday. Those 4 targets account for 19% of the targets to running backs. So he's going to be using the passing game, it looks like. They don't funnel as many targets to the running backs because they don't really need to, because they got Tyreek Hill, they got Waddle when he's back, so they got some elite receivers downfield. But now you got a guy like Achane, who you can wheel out there, catching the flat, could be ghost with that speed, and things are stretched out with Waddle and Hill. So this is going to be a very, very dangerous team nonetheless. Don't forget about Mostert, though. Must start for the rest of the season as well. He's electric. He's explosive. But we're talking about Devon Achane today. I'm not forgetting about him. He's good as gold, too. But Achane is rocking up. The schedule's rocking up. We got some plus matchups in the future here and some games you can hang your hat on. And the thing about Achane, when you look at the waiver wire right now, what are you going to do anyways? What are you going to do? We got a lot of jabroni running backs. That's what it is. We got a lot of jabroni running backs we can go after here that are getting touches, that are getting opportunities. We do have a few rookies hanging out on the waiver wire. You may want to stash them. Those rookie running backs could hit anytime throughout the year, so you may want to go after them. But Devon Achane has already flashed. He's in an offense that can boost him up. This is a good thing to see. You need him because this might be our next rookie breakout for the season. This might be that rookie who goes off. This might be it. This might be the last bat signal for Devon Achane. What else you going to do at running back on the waiver wire? Because it's hurting right now. It's ugly. We went over the running backs. It's ugly right now. Who are you going to get? Devon Achane's a guy that you should have already stashed. Now you're hurting yourself. Now you got to get him off waivers. You don't want to spend that much fab. You already spent on Puka Nacua. You already spent on Kyron Williams. You don't have enough to get him right now, and that's understandable. At least try to get him, see what you can do. Another reason why you may not be in on him is because he's a rookie. He could be up and down like most rookies are still, even though he had his big moment last week. Jeff Wilson's coming back. Mostert's in the fold. This offense can wheel and deal it all day long to different players, so different players could be going off. But again, Devon Achane, though, big-time prospect that should have been stashed already. If he's on waivers, someone needs to pick him up because he is a big-time prospect here at the NFL level. Very explosive, big-time player, big-time get in fantasy right now because those rookies who have those profiles and draft capital where they can go off at any given moment, they need to be stashed for this reason. And if he has more games coming up and they go his way, you got some more big performances, and he's going to be a big part of the offense for years to come. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Catch you on the next video.